Pitch Perfect star Anna Kendrick might not have thought that the now iconic film would be a success, but a legion of fans quickly proved her wrong. However, there's a lot more to this movie than catchy tunes. Many of the most intriguing and disturbing details in Pitch Perfect will likely only be noticed if you're an adult. Old actors playing young. If you thought that the main stars of the film look way older than the characters they're portraying, you're right. The core of the cast was well into their 20s when Pitch Perfect was filmed. Anna Kendrick was roughly a decade older than the college freshman she was playing. In fact, all of the other main cast members, Skylar Astin, Rebel Wilson, Anna Camp, and Brittany Snow, were all born in the 1980s, several years before their characters were even alive. Unrealistic cash. It's easy to sympathize with Becca's desire to follow her dreams. However, considering how prohibitively expensive a college education is, her dismissive attitude reeks of ungrateful entitlement.
Study on the grass.
I want to study on the grass, Dad. I need to move to LA and get a job at a record label and start paying my dues.
In this economy, anyone would jump at the chance of getting a free ride. In 2016, the average college senior graduated with $37,000 in student loans.
I want to produce music. I want to make music, Dad.
But you're going to get a college education first. For free, I might add.
And speaking of money, who's funding the Bellas? That bus the Bellas are riding costs hundreds of dollars to rent per day. If the competitions are held far enough away that the a cappella groups need to rent a bus, it's probably safe to assume that the trips are overnighters, and they'll need hotel rooms too. Who is forking over all the money for these competitions? We never see the Bellas fundraising, not that they have the time. So seriously, where's this cash coming from? Fat shaming. There are way too many fat jokes in Pitch Perfect for comfort. It's a shame that actress Rebel Wilson is never allowed to show much of her comedic range, considering that all of her scenes and character gimmicks are centered around her weight.
What's your name?
Fat Amy.
You call yourself Fat Amy?
Yeah, so twig like you don't do it behind my back.
Her first scene in the film, where she introduces herself as Fat Amy, was actually cut short. The original clip had even more cringeworthy lines about her size.
Well, it used to be medium-sized Amy, but, you know, freshman 50.
Freshman 50?
Yeah.
But it's not just Amy joking about her own weight. When the Bellas go to their first competition, the commentator makes some nasty remarks about how they look.
Wow! This does not look like the fresh-faced nubile Bellas that we have come to know.
That statement seems to be directly linked to the two plus-sized women who have been added to the group.
It's refreshing, yet displeasing to the eye.
Those commentators. Honestly, the commentators at the a cappella competitions are the worst. They've clearly been inserted to add yet another element of humor, but there's no way their level of unprofessionalism would ever be allowed in real life. The male commentator, who is shown to be demeaning towards women, is especially terrible.
And women are about as good at a cappella as they are at being doctors.
His sexist comments would get him fired in real life. Aka bye. Style over substance. Anyone who's ever worn a form-fitting pencil skirt knows just how tight and uncomfortable they can be. They might look stylish, but they're not really the best choice for a singing group's uniforms. In order to support their voices, singers need to be able to take deeper breaths than a tight pencil skirt would realistically allow. As put together as the Bellas look, it just isn't a smart choice.
Is it me, or are those skirts just not working anymore?
Cut the sheet. Also, when the Bard and Bellas are recruiting new members, they specifically ask people if they can read sheet music.
Can you read music?
Yeah?
While there's no denying that this is an important skill, in no scene do we ever see a Bella actually reading music. They seem to learn most of their numbers by ear, and are also shown to be great at improvising. There's really no reason that they should know how to read music. Racial insensitivity. It's undeniable that Hollywood has a problem with diversity, and Pitch Perfect is a prime example of this. Upon meeting your Asian American roommate, your first question should not be about how well they speak English.
No English? Yes, English. Just tell me where you're at with English.
Making assumptions about people based on their physical appearance is not only offensive, but also horrifically ignorant. After that rough start, you can't really blame Kimmy Jin for never quite warming up to Becca.
Kimmy Jin is my friend.
Nope.
While Lily, the film's second Asian American character, is given more lines than Kimmy, she's shown to be very quiet and very strange. More of a caricature than a character. Cynthia Rose, an African American member of the Bellas, has a powerful set of pipes, but most of our storyline consists of the rest of the Bellas making not-so-subtle comments about her sexual orientation.
This is hard for me to admit to you guys.
I think we all know where this is going. Let's be honest.
While she's given considerably more character depth than the film's other minorities, perhaps Cynthia Rose's storyline would have felt less problematic if the cast wasn't so overwhelmingly white. With so few people of color in this film, the fact that they always seem to be used as comedic punchlines is a problem. What's up with this college? Here's the first thing that happens when Becca arrives on campus.
Your campus map and your official BU rape whistle. Don't blow it unless it's actually happening.
The moment is played for laughs, but actually illuminates the very real assault problem plaguing college campuses, and the fact that authority figures don't take it seriously. There also seems to be a lot of drinking going on, in public places. Considering that Becca is a college freshman, one would expect to see some underage drinking. However, the open container situation on campus is another story. Is no one worried about campus security catching them? Or is there no campus security? Is the extent of security provided by Barden University just that rape whistle? Clearly, this school is not invested in the safety of its students. And speaking of university, the Barden Bellas have no class. Literally. While the intense a cappella group holds their rehearsals in what we can assume is a music classroom, you have to wonder if they're actually enrolled in college. Their rigorous practice schedule hardly leaves any room for going to class, let alone studying for exams or writing papers. How do they fit in 2 hours of daily rehearsals, plus cardio, plus actually getting a college education? They don't seem to be worried about grades at all. Neither, it seems, does their school. Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.